Positive news stories are beginning to appear more frequently. The cryptocurrency industry's good prospects are at an all-time high. Numerous really important events are taking place in the markets. What I will disclose now is that not everything will turn out precisely as you people anticipate. All right? Nothing is ever up all the time. Yes, the past 2 weeks have been excellent. No one can dispute that. However, green isn't always the case. A retreat eventually occurs. In the video for today, we will discuss a lot more important topics. And everything, both good and bad, is present. I'd like to start with the PNC Bank now. They are beginning to offer crypto custody services in collaboration with Coinbase. Now, my prediction is that Coinbase will probably be the top cryptocurrency exchange custody option for a large number of these banks. In the event that you are unaware, almost all of the big banks have a stockbroker relationship in place for stock trading. Given how simple it is to integrate with these banks, I really believe Coinbase will be the top choice. The systems are prepared. They're clearly regulated. Compared to the majority of other exchanges, they have more connections. However, they will undoubtedly not be the only one. In terms of the potential for these kinds of collaborations, Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance are all competitive. The crypto business will experience a significant increase in volume, possibly reaching trillions of dollars as a result of several banks entering into exclusive agreements with various cryptocurrency exchanges. In my opinion, this is a lot like the DOT scenario when the markets were soaring. In a moment, I will offer a more thorough explanation of that. However, there are many more really significant aspects here, such as the several senators, congressmen, and congresswomen who have come forth regarding digital assets. Digital assets are the future, and we must make sure America is at the forefront, stated John Thune recently. Each and every senator, congressman, and congresswoman now in office have this as one of their top objectives. Additionally, it's increasingly obvious that senators opposed to cryptocurrencies are being pushed out. The public support for those advancing it and supporting it is growing significantly. And I must admit that watching things unfold in real time is very amazing. However, I think that this is only the beginning of a huge explosion and tsunami that will only affect XRP. Another significant development in this case is that Kraken has also abandoned its inquiry. In case you were unaware, the FBI actually looked into the Kraken cryptocurrency exchange. They're dumping this now. And they are not the only ones who have had all of their allegations and investigations withdrawn. There were several powerful government organizations that, in my opinion, were wrongly targeting a number of distinct exchanges. Kraken, having this inquiry dropped is obviously going to allow many banks to have clear conscience when they go ahead and collaborate with Kraken as an exchange for custody services. And now it is being corrected for the first time ever, very much like Coinbase. Gemini, in my opinion, will also be a well-known name on this list. The twin brothers are extremely affluent and well-connected in the US government. Therefore, I do believe that Gemini will also have a variety of existing contacts with the government that they will utilize to obtain agreements with banks for custody services. In addition, Federal Housing Director PT said that he thinks Fed Chair Jerome Powell will step down soon, but not today. I concur that today wasn't the right day. We already know this, after all. Jerome Powell appeared on stage. He made no mention of resigning. He didn't discuss anything else at all. However, this also calls into question the veracity of everyone who has been speculating about Jerome Powell's resignation. There's been a lot of bogus news on X and all other social media platforms essentially stating that Jerome Powell is going to step down. In case you missed it, it is taking place. Even official sealed documents discussing Jerome Powell's formal departure today have been shown to me. All of that is false information, and I want you to know that. As you can see, if you have looked attentively at the official stamp, it was actually created by artificial intelligence. And this is a crucial point once more, because many credible news outlets are reporting on this as though it's real, without even performing the bare minimum of due diligence to verify that the stamp doesn't even have the correct typography and other details for the Federal Reserve's actual official stamp. For a variety of reasons, this is really important. The first, in my opinion, is that we are moving toward a future in which false information and the like will proliferate much more readily, particularly with the aid of artificial intelligence. Since AI would, in all honesty, be indistinguishable from reality, this could be a frightening future in which many evildoers could get away with extremely horrible and wicked deeds. Therefore, the world we will live in is going to be quite wild. Having said that, the truth is that Jerome Powell has not made any announcements on his resignation. Everyone covering that is propagating false information, thus be sure to bear that in mind. But having said that, the market we are in right now is historically unprecedented. Well, save from one crucial case, this is unlike anything we have ever seen. As we can see, the Nasdaq 100 has closed above its 20-day moving average for 60 straight trading days, the longest run since the 2000.com boom. The previous record ended in February of '99 and ran for 77 consecutive sessions. We are 60 years old now. All right, we're really near. The current streak has seen a 23% rally in the Nasdaq 100. In contrast, during the 99 record stretch, the index increased by more than 50%. I now want to hear your honest opinions on this. Do you believe that we are living in a similar bubble with a comparable scale, or do you believe that the circumstances are different now and that the bubble will not burst like it did in 1999 with the do? In my opinion, there are several initiatives that are incredibly overpriced and offer no practical use in the cryptocurrency market. Fartcoin is one such example. There are numerous other meme coins available that, in my opinion, are comparable to many of the overpriced firms that generate no income and offer no value to society. They're just exaggerated because a number of speculative investors are investing in them. For example, consider Trump coin, Millennial coin, Fartcoin, Shiba Inu, or any of the numerous other meme coins that don't offer anything of value. At the moment, they're all essentially in the same boat. And to be honest, they might start blowing up. However, I believe we should become a little more concerned and perhaps a little more careful with our approach to the market when they start going crazy, as that may indicate that we are in a bit of a bubble. This is what I witnessed in 21. I even witnessed some of this back in 2017. In any case, it serves as a mild caution to me, because when I was paying attention to that and I retreated, I truly saved a significant amount of money. That's the only reason I wanted to share that knowledge. Although we aren't there yet, I believe we will arrive at some point. Additionally, we can observe that almost everyone in the betting markets is forecasting at least one cut, but more individuals believe the Fed will actually make 2 cuts before the year ends. According to forecasts, there is currently a 40% possibility of 2 interest rate reductions in 2025. For a total forecast, there is currently a 40% possibility of 2 interest rate reductions in 2025. Additionally, the likelihood of 3 interest rate cuts this year per year is 13%. Rate reductions starting in September are currently shown in the basic case. We will set the stage for a rate cut in September at the Fed meeting next week. Well, I must admit that I will be watching this Fed meeting very carefully. I sincerely hope that you all will be as well, because if this does materialize and September rate cuts are implemented, my earlier forecast that XRP will indeed see a sharp increase in value before the end of the year, or very nearly so, will come to pass. Very, very likely. Nothing in the investment markets is 100% after all. We ought to all be aware of that. That isn't financial advice, but it's exactly what I've observed repeatedly, like clockwork. And I'm going to be getting ready for it in a huge, big way if we do see the Fed cut in September. Having said that, I simply wanted to let you guys know about what's happening with the daily charts. Now, technically, from July 8th through July 22nd, we have been going green almost every day with 2 exceptions. Officially, this is the longest period of time we've been overbought in recent history. In any case, this hasn't happened at any point this year. From June 30 to the present, which is July 22nd, we have been overbought for almost a whole month, and the markets are still displaying many signs of strength. It's a very odd situation that we're in at the moment. We don't really see that very often, but it seems like retail keeps piling in regardless of the technicals, regardless of how many longs, shorts, positions, or buyers there are. These days, green, we keep closing, and it's really crazy to see that this has been taking place. In other words, you have the option to go back as far as April, January, and November. We have never experienced an extended stretch of overbought conditions. It is completely absurd, as you can see here. Because of this, I do believe that the fix will eventually need to be made. I want to purchase the dip, so I'm still waiting for it. On the red days, I would like to purchase. That's how I do it. In terms of futures, I sell on the good days. When it comes to futures, I buy on the red days, correct? I have not been making any changes to my long-term holdings. That represents 90% of my cryptocurrency holdings. All I've been doing is having fun. And believe me when I say that those bags have been greatly appreciated. I salute the XRP army. It's very amazing. However, I am keeping an eye out for the next chance to buy. In order for you to see all of my trades, I want to make sure that you all have the chance to simply join our community. You can see that I supply all of them right here. Every single entry, every single exit, you name it, it's all there, is there when I scroll through. Access is available for free. All you have to do is use my referral link to sign up for either BTCC or BitNix, my 2 linked exchange sites. They also offer fantastic perks. After that, you fill up this form with your email address and exchange user ID. You can view all of the trade wins that I, along with many other community members, have been receiving right down here in my tutorial videos. We've closed some longs and shorts like this one, and they've been fantastic. Yes, you can view my entire history. Some have gone as high as 100% in a single deal. I'm open and honest about whatever I do. Seeing you all in Crypto Crusaders would be amazing. If you would like to join, click the link below. If you like the content, click the like and subscribe buttons. I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.